Are you cold?
I am.
Okay.
I got shorts on. And it's cool out here.
Alright guys, this video is going to be different than the others. I know we've been trying to get stuff built, but we've had crazy weather. And I don't know how many of y'all have looked or paid any attention, but on the 8th, we had storms all the way from Houston, Texas, all the way over through Alabama, Tennessee. It affected our area.
In Georgia, rain.
Georgia, just
and
rain
and rain.
and
Hail.
I mean, yeah. At one point, of course, we didn't see this, but I think it was just a trajectory on the news guy thing, but he said something about the index even up to like 3-inch hail, and I don't know that anybody actually reported that. But anyway, we want to take a minute just to explain why it's different. The place is flooded. We can't really get up there and do any additional work at the time. Also, in the last video, when we were standing up the big poles, I hurt my back and neck and shoulders real bad doing that.
Yeah,
and
so
basically a whole week
yeah.
shot. I mean, I just couldn't do anything for that week. So we went back through the video and found little spots and pieces and slices that we had where we just sort of walked around the property and was finding different parts of the creek and the lake and driving over looking at other spots of the land and stuff like that. So we just thought we'd throw this collage together and stick it on there, explain to you. Hopefully, you know, next week we'll get back on track. Of course, that depends on weather, but they're showing basically more rain. Week. So we'll do what we can do. But we just wanted to sort of explain and let you know what was going on and why the video is so different. And hope it's something somebody wants to watch and see. And so there's a little bit of commentary throughout some of the little spots on the creek and stuff, and then toward the very end you actually can see where we left off, some stuff we didn't film, but we actually have 3 full walls up, but that's where we're at.
Well, so bought a couple of apple trees that we want to get planted. We did buy some blueberry plants because we love blueberries. And we hadn't even had a chance to get up there and get the holes dug and put those in there.
Because it's a good thing. If we did, they probably wouldn't be there now.
Probably not. I mean, I can't believe the amount of hail that came through with this last storm about 2 or 3 days ago. I mean, everywhere it was rain and hail and just a big mess. And it just seems like the weather is just putting us, you know, where we can't do anything. And up there on the mountain, it's just, you know, there's a lot of farmland up there. Everything is really, you know, muddy, and we actually
well, so much water ran off the mountain.
Yeah.
That on one of the freeways right up there at that section, and the speed limit 65 mile an hour, and the whole freeway just
collapsed.
Sunk.
Yeah.
I mean, just this humongous hole. It just, big sinkhole. And thank goodness, as far as we know, no one was injured at that. No. But we'll do what we can. Hope you like what we stuck together, and hopefully get back to it soon.
Yeah, just stay tuned. Hopefully the weather will maybe change in a couple of weeks so that we can get more work done. That's what we want to do, is we want to get up there, we want to get more work done, and we want to be able to, you know, get our barn dried in and to get moved in. And that's what we'd like to do, but the weather's been so bad for the last month that we've really not been able to do the things that we wanted to do. And so anyway, just stay tuned, be patient with us, and if you like what you see, just like, share, and subscribe. Thank you, and God bless. New carburetor.
All right. So we're up here on the property, and of course, as old as we are, walking, going one end to the other, we just can't do that. So we bought this little buggy off Facebook Marketplace, so we'd have something to get around on. And the people said it was in good running order, there wasn't nothing seriously wrong with it. We got it for a good price, paid $700, but this thing was trashed to the hilt. The frame was broken in half in 2 different places, had to be welded, wiring harness cut in half. Carburetor had sat so long with fuel in it, we had to buy a new one. So anyway, we've spent a long time rebuilding, getting this thing put back together, and we're fixing to go test it out and hope we don't get stuck. So we'll let you know how it goes. So this is what it looks like after 4 days of solid rain. We wanted to walk back down here to the creek, and it has definitely got a lot more water.
Just wanted to show y'all how vast this property is that he has up for sale. And we're at the back of the, they call it a lake, I call it a big pond. But you can see how big this property is. It's, I don't know, 500, 600, 700 acres, I'm not sure. And here's another part of the property. You can see how far everything just keeps going back. And it is so quiet and so beautiful up here. I'm so glad we found this. I'm glad we're moving here. We'll have neighbors, but they'll be few and far between, which might be a good thing. But it's going to be really nice once we get up here. And
most of them are on 20 to 40 acre plots.
yeah. We bought 14. My brother and his wife bought 5. And then a friend of ours that we've known for a long time, he bought 5 acres. And then somebody bought 40. And another couple is buying 10. And then a young man, I guess in his 20s, middle 20s, about 10 acres. So, anyway, we wanted to show you how beautiful it was up here. Yeah, there's a lot of ugly up here too, but they're clearing things out and it'll all get taken care of eventually. They still have a lot of cleaning up to do.
Oh yeah.
But eventually they will get there and they'll get it done. Okay, this is the other side.
This is pretty sad.
You can see they're still got a lot of work to do up there. This is the other side of the lake. As you can tell, they're still doing a lot of work up here. But this is so cool.
This is another about a 40-acre field that's over past the tree line, actually to our right, coming up our access road. And you can see the lake over there on that other side. We've driven over here.
No, that's the pond. That's a separate pond.
Oh, yeah, that is a different pond. Okay, the lake's back over this way. Yeah, that is a totally different pond.
And that property has to be accessed from a different road.
Here's another section that we found of the creek. When we bought this property, it's actually in 2 tracks because there's an access road between them. One of them's about 1.6 acres, and that's what this is off of the back.
This is so beautiful. I love it.
We're going to journey further and see what we find. Here's another section. We've got a spot that looks like almost like a small island up against a bluff. And the creek on the paper looks like it runs around 70% of it. Just one spot big enough to access. We're trying to get to it. But we're just taking different videos of different spots as we go. And this is up at the top section, right at the bend, where it goes around. And this spot behind us is what we want to clear out to put a cabin.
No, I want that spot down there.
Okay.
Not this spot. This one be here for free that you know. Nobody see that tree
No.
no?
And we mainly came up here to check to see if the structure actually was still intact. I don't know if y'all paid any attention last night on the 8th, but we had multiple tornadoes all over the area, some right up in this area, stretched out from Texas, Alabama, all the way up through Tennessee, Georgia. Just a mess. We hadn't been up here for a week because putting these last 3 poles up, mainly the last one, I hurt my back and was just down for a week. And then we had rain and these storms. So what we didn't show the last time, we didn't put it on video, but we went ahead and dug on this front wall for the poles. And you can see those things are 4 foot deep and they are totally full of water, completely filled up. And plus it even run over and out onto the dirt. That's how much rain we've had up here. Run out onto the pad. There's one hole here. I don't know what happened. It's just the amount of water and mud that came up on the pad, and it's actually washed down and it has completely filled this 4 foot hole up. You can see there's just a little bit of it left, but that was a big, huge 4 foot hole, and all this stuff has run down this pad and filled it in. And this other one here, of course, it's full of water as well. So anyway, I just wanted to sort of show you where we were, where we left off, and that we basically did have 3 walls done. We were getting ready to start this front one, and then my back, and then the storms and the grass. The last time we was up here, it was just a few inches, and this stuff, just through the rain in this past week, this stuff is like knee high. It's almost like a wheat field. And so we're gonna have to deal with trying to get that taken care of too. And of course, we don't have any equipment to do it with. But as you can see, everything, even these mounds that was just solid dirt, they've even sprung out in grass. And so we got stuff growing everywhere that we've got to contend with and get cleaned up.